remember that genocide is America's greatest philosophy. Even the Germans adopted it. We've got something we want. We're just going to come and take it. And that's it. So, same happened with Fort Greene. They saw it, and they wanted it, and they took it. No big deal. See, what they did was they brought us in to babysit the real estate, kind of, sort of, just to watch over it until they were ready to implement their plan. And we just sat, and we sat, and we sat, and they waited and waited. And then when the opportunity hooked, I would say about 1982, 83, they decided to start their 30-year quest. And here we are now in 2017, 2018, and this is what it is. It was, I would say, about 30, 35 years in the making. You know, our family's been here at least 100 years, I would say, where there was already a vibrant community here for a long, you know, for 100 years at least. Originally they lived in Dumbo, and then they moved over here in 1953. Downtown Brooklyn was a cancer, or that it was just full of drugs and drug addicts and you know, people that just lived unnecessary lives. It's just a whole bunch of bullshit. I remember there being a fight between 3 people in that house right over there, and I was sitting here on the steps, and they stabbed the guy 4 times right at this spot, right here where I'm standing. And it must have taken Brooklyn Hospital, which is right there, an hour and a half to come and get the guy. So you tell me if that wasn't a plan of destruction for the people and the neighborhood. Because people wanted out. You got to remember, people wanted out. Nobody wanted to be here. All that post-World War II generation and those people, they didn't want to be here. And that's the deal. What happened was that it took on a different face and a different thing, because they wanted to destroy the black and the Puerto Rican. The drugs and alcohol were the perfect way to do it. You know, when I look down here, I think of how some children had you know, big fields and stuff to play in, and this was our playland, if you want to say. We had basketball. Over on this side, we had a couple of hoops. We had the handball court, which was actually just a wall. When you talk about, you know, in history, people talk about holy grounds and places of shrines and stuff, and this is it, right here. There was a place, it was a theater called the Albee Square. And it was, out of all the theaters on the planet, this was one of my favorites. I mean, I got to see James Brown in the summer of 1973 with the Famous Flames, Lynn Collins, the JBs, all in one afternoon. It was just absolutely wonderful. It was almost like the Great White Way, where people would just all meet here without any problems or without anything happening. It was just people just enjoying what was going on. But like we say, it's the destruction of the community for commerce. I just don't get it. But this is what we got. I don't know. It was a great neighborhood to grow up in, no doubt. Yeah. Gentrification is just a kind of word for genocide and ethnic cleansing. God bless America.